Good morning students. Today we will discuss the topic classification of goods. Okay. So in economy, different type of goods are produced. As we know that production and consumption play a very important role in the economy. Okay. Different type of goods are used for different purpose. Okay. So number of goods produced in the economy we cannot count, or we can say countless number of goods and services are produced in the economy. Okay. Like shirt and shoes are produced for the school children, and guns are produced for the army forces, army purpose, and we can say tractors and tools are produced for the farm use and industry use, for the farm use and industry use. Okay. Cars and airplane are produced for the tourist purpose. Okay. So different goods have different type of characteristics, okay, and their economic value also differ from good to good. Okay. So to study the economic value of goods are classified on the basis of their characteristics. Okay. So we have mainly two-way classification. In first way we include, first is final goods and the second is intermediate goods. Okay. In two-way, second-way classification we include consumer goods and capital goods. Okay. So first we have final goods. Final goods. So what are final goods? What are final goods? Yes. Final goods are those goods which have crossed the boundary line of the production, or we can say which are ready for the sale. It means ready for sale, means nothing value should be added in the final goods. Okay. For example, bread and butter purchased by a consumer. So bread means bread purchased by a bakery is a final good. Why? Because nothing value should be added. When farmer sell wheat in the market, okay, so that is intermediate good, but it is the final good for the farmer. Okay. But that wheat is purchased by the flour mill and he will make the flour, so it is intermediate good for the flour mill. Okay. And that flour will be purchased by the bakery from the flour mill, so it is flour is the intermediate good for the bakery. Okay. And baker and bakery make the bread of that flour and sell of 1000 rupees. So this 1000 value of good 1000 rupees, it means it is final good. Okay. Bread is the final good and that value will be considered. Which value of good is considered in estimation of our national income? Value of final good. So final good means this 1000 rupees is the value of final goods. Okay. So final goods are those goods which have crossed the boundary line of the production and are ready for sale. For example, bread and butter. Okay. These are purchased by the consumer to satisfy their wants. Okay. So we can say there are mainly two type of person in the economy who purchase final goods. So who purchase final goods? Who purchase final goods? Two type of person. First is final consumer goods. Final consumer goods. So who will purchase the final consumer goods? Final consumer goods are purchased by the consumer only to satisfy their direct need. Okay. And final producer goods. Final producer goods. Final producer goods are purchased by the producer. Okay. To add their production, means he will production. Okay, so final producer goods are purchased by the producer, like tractor. Tractor is a final good. Okay, tractor is final good in the market, and that is produced by a farmer to work in his farm. It means that is final producer good. Okay, so we have studied about final goods. Final goods are those goods which are ready for the sale in the market and nothing value should be added. For example, bread and butter, tractor, machines. Okay, so bread and butter are final consumer goods. Milk, if milk is used by a bakery, okay, that is an intermediate good. Means that is not final good because that will be used to make something else, but that is consumed by household, okay, to drink, to make tea. It means that is final good. Okay, so final goods are those goods which are ready for the sale, like bread, butter, milk. Okay, and final, like tractor, machine, these are final producer goods because these type of goods are used by the producer to make further production. Okay, next we have intermediate goods. So what are the intermediate goods? We use another word also, that is raw material. So what is raw material? Many times we have used this word, that raw material is used to make something. In the production chapter we have discussed in microeconomics. So what is raw material? Raw material is anything that is used to make something else, like wheat. Here we talk about wheat. Wheat is used to make flour. Okay, it means wheat is intermediate good. Okay, so intermediate goods are those goods which are under the production process, means value should be added in the intermediate goods. Okay, like we have used the example of wheat. Wheat sold by the farmer in the market is the final good for the farmer, but it is intermediate good for the flour mill. Okay, we can say sugarcane. Sugarcane to make sugar. Sugarcane is an intermediate good. Okay, so intermediate goods are those goods which are under the production process. It means sugarcane is used by the factory to make the sugar. It means value should be added. For example, value, what type of value should be added? For example, sugarcane is purchased by the factory of 800 rupees. Okay, and he will make the sugar and will sell of 1000 rupees. So 200 rupees is added by the industry. Okay, that value is added by the industry. Okay, so intermediate goods are those goods which are under the production process. Then we have consumer goods or capital goods. Consumer goods or capital goods. So consumer goods are those goods which are used by the consumer to satisfy their direct needs. It means milk, bread, butter, clothes, shoes that are used by the consumer to satisfy their direct need. Okay, and capital goods are those goods, or we can say capital goods are the fixed assets of the producer, like machines, building, plant. All these are fixed assets of the producer because these are not consumed. These are used by the producer to make further production. Okay, machine is used by the producer to make the production. Building, plants. Okay, so these are the fixed assets of the producer, and we also called capital goods. Okay, so capital goods are those goods which are the fixed assets of the producer, and consumer goods are those goods which are used by only consumer to satisfy their direct needs, or we can say to satisfy their wants. Okay, so consumer goods are classified like durable goods, semi-durable goods, single-use goods and services. Okay, means consumer goods which are used by the consumer to satisfy their wants. They are classified durable goods, semi-durable goods, single-use goods and services. Okay. So what are durable goods? As the name, we can take the idea durable. Durable goods are those goods which are used for the several years of life. Okay. Which are used for the several years, like washing machine in your houses. You can see washing machine, TV, refrigerator. All these are example of durable goods. You can see the TV, refrigerator, washing machine, all these are used for the several years. Okay. Next we have semi-durable goods. Semi-durable goods. Semi-durable goods are those goods which are used for the 1 year or 2 year. Okay. For example, you can take the example of like clothes. Okay. Clothes, shoes, these are used for 1 year or 2 year. Okay. Crockery. Crockery. The furniture, these are used for the 1 year or 2 year. Okay. Then we have single use goods. Single use goods. Goods which are used in the single act. Okay. Like milk, bread, butter. We cannot store these type of goods for the long time. Okay. We have to use only in the single act. Okay. So these goods are single use, like milk, vegetable, we can say potato, tomato. We cannot store these type of things for the long time. Okay. Milk, vegetable, butter, bread. So these are single use goods. Okay. These are used in the single, or we can say these are consumed only in the single act. Then we have services. Services means, yes, like for example, as a teacher I am teaching you, it means it is a service. Okay. So the services which directly satisfy our needs, like service of a teacher, doctor, lawyer. So these are included in the economic activity. Okay. So we have this type of consumer goods and capital goods. As I already tell you, capital goods are those goods which are the fixed assets of the producer and used for the further production, like machine, building, plant, tractor, tools. All these are used for the further production. So these are capital goods. Okay. So as we discuss capital goods, so all machine, like we have taken the example of machine. Machines are capital goods. So all machines are not capital goods. Okay. Why? For example, swing machine used by tailor is a capital good, but used by household is a durable goods. That we have studied consumer goods. So we have classified durable, semi-durable. So swing machine used by household is a durable good, but used by tailor is a capital good. Okay. So we can say that we have to classify goods on the basis of their use. Okay. Then we have all producer goods are capital good. Yes or no? All producer are capital good or not? So all capital goods are producer good, but all producer goods are not capital goods. Why? For example, machines, building, these are the fixed assets of the producer and these are used for the several years, or we can say for a longer time. But for example, and rapidly these goods can be used. For example, in machines to make sugar, from the sugarcane, a machine is rapidly using. Okay, industry is using that machine rapidly. That is not changing the machine every day. But for example, to make chair or we can say table, wood cannot be used rapidly. Wood, like for example, wood is used as an intermediate good to make chair and table. So wood cannot be used rapidly to make the chair and table. Okay, so that is not capital good, because capital goods are those goods which are the fixed assets of the producer. So wood is an intermediate good. Okay, I hope students you got the point. Now we will discuss about the difference between final goods and intermediate goods. Okay, so difference between final goods and intermediate goods. Okay, so final goods are those goods which are ready for sale, like butter and bread and butter, milk used by the household to make tea, sugar used by the household to make tea, coffee. So these are final goods. Okay, intermediate goods are not final goods. These are used for the further production. Okay, so these goods are under processing, or we can say under production process. Under production process. Second, nothing value is added. Nothing value added. But in intermediate goods, value will be added. Value is added. As I have given you example of wheat, like that wheat you sell by the farmer is purchased by the flour mill to make flour. So he is taking flour mill is purchasing that wheat of 800 and he will sell the flour of 1000 rupees. So that is 200 rupees is added by the flour mill. Okay, so value is added in the intermediate goods. Okay, is finally consumed and are not resold. Okay, for example, you purchase that milk in your house, so you are not reselling that. Okay, you have purchased to satisfy your needs, so that is the final goods. But intermediate goods are resold. These are resold. Okay, like milk sold by a dairy farmer, purchased by the dairy, is resold. Okay, to the, we can say, bakery or to the other peoples. Okay, so that is resold. So we have discussed about the difference between intermediate goods and final goods, and also what is final good, what is intermediate good, consumer good, capital goods. Okay, so students, watch the video and also read the topic from your book. Okay, if you face any problem, any doubt, you are free to ask and write the main points in your notebook. Okay, thank you.